I'll see you guys down for just a moment here. Get some things out I gotta do. Wait just a minute. Stop there. Yeah. As long as everybody doing it. Well, this is actually good. Yeah. Oh, there's the lights on. I should not be muted, damn it. Alright. Hey, Ben. Can you hear me now? What is? So. Come on. There. These are my baby whiptails. This is the longest they've ever lived at this big of a group for me. So far they've been doing okay. Headset mic's off? No, it's not off, but here. I will give me a second here and I will grab a different mic that'll work better. I'm gonna stare at some fishies for a little bit. Yeah, I was doing a lot of changes too. Oh shit. Who's who? There we go. Louie! Yeah, alright. Yeah, you like that? Comes in better when I have it here. Who are we swinging a wrench at? No, yeah, not him. I've seen them around before. Alright, now that we have better freaking audio. We want this button. This button. There we go. So, what I was saying before is, these are my baby whiptails, and this is the longest I've had them survive. I've had it like onesie, twosies or whatever, but not the whole group. And this is like the whole group. So, you guys better want some damn whiptails. I got a couple baby blue eyes and some more orange Venezuelans. We got round 2 on this is round 2 on fire barbs. Round too many on black rosy or ruby black barbs or black ruby barbs. Round 2 on gold barbs. Hopefully a successful round 2 on Odessa barbs. Hopefully a successful round on emerald green barbs, because so far I had nada. And here's a bunch of baby black ruby barbs. You guys can focus here. And also my little what are they? The I can't think of it. Agazizii, flame red abistos. There's a couple of gold barbs. What else was in there? I think that's it. And Schultzei blacks. This one we got more black ruby barbs, because supposedly people like them. I really hope they do. I've still got a couple of Inca 50s. I think I'm down to 4 out of the 6. And Mom's dead, so I gotta grow these guys up and hope I get a girl. And there's a couple orange Venezuelans. Something hit this tank that took out the orange Venezuelans on me. But they are when they color up. And now here we got some Alfardi Fish's assorted guppies that he sent me. And some Borneo hill streams that are growing out. And we got my blue stars. And my calico longfins, who haven't produced since I brought them in here, because they're shitheads. And this one we got so many plants that you can't see anything. These are the Pseudomugil. What the hell are they? The red whatevers. Neon red Pseudomugil. There. And there's also the Bloody Mary hill streams in here somewhere. Yeah, thank you, Henry. And for the time being, these guys are still in here. These are the Radnocentris ornatus, Clark Creek, and then some regular reticulated hill streams. That one male's kind of colored up. These guys are going to go into a 20 high with some mops. There's going to be nothing in there but the mops. So that way we don't encourage bad behaviors. And down here is where all the parents went to. Or most all the parents, at least. This is the adult ruby barbs, the adult emerald greens, golds, Odessas, blue eye lemons. There's some Bolivian rams, of which I'm pretty confident are all males, because why not? And these guys just went back in here, so like the fire barbs, they're finally starting to get some color back again. They usually look really good in this tank, but they look like crap in other ones. Hey, Cheryl. And then, what else we got in here? My one last little female gourami. I should have worked with them sooner again. We got one female betta hiding around up here somewhere. We got some serpes back there. Ooh, he's firing up. Oh, didn't like the camera though. I think that's all that's in there. Pretty sure. And let's get you fixed, Cheryl, so I don't accidentally block you or something. Alright. So, we went through all these guys. This one's got my line of endlers that I'm working with. And I just did water changes on both of these racks, like really big ones. This one was down to like maybe an inch because I got distracted. Oops. And then it's also got my red lizards that I'm hoping to work with. This tank was another line of guppies and my 134s. They're all gone. I don't know when I ended up losing them, but they just disappeared. I took all the caves out and hunted for them. Can't find them. And this one is, what we got in here? We got just a couple of Corys and one Millerai. And in this one, we've got my original LRB line of guppies. They were the mountain ice, whatever volcano guppies. And then the 046s. And I got distracted and drained this one down far enough that he was sitting there wagging his tail out of the cave, getting grumpy at me. The 046s, I'm pretty confident I have one male and two females. Like 98% positive. So now I just need them to finish aging out and start spawning. Then we can get maybe 6 to 8 fish a year or something like that. And down here is my goldie fish and the koi, the shabumpkins, and the blackmores. I like my derpy fish. It's also got my albino plecos. And then that one monster ranger pleco or whatever is in here. My male Inca 50 is in here. He came in here right away after he killed the female. Because I can't have that. I should have probably turned off the overheads. I'll try doing that quick. I turned on all the tank lights, so those will be on for until I turn them off. Maybe we can get a little less glare. Alright. He's over here. This is our male and female blue glares. Moved them over here maybe a week ago. I gotta move them down into the 75 again. They were in here for a couple weeks. We give it a couple more weeks and see if I get any fry out of them or not. Then we'll give that tank a few weeks and see if we get any fry. And these are my last batches of angels that grew out. Something hit that tank and it took out like almost all the barbs, almost all the cories, almost all the angels. Got them through that, and this is what survived. But these guys I am really looking forward to working with. They've got some really nice pinks in their dorsals, and they came out of my marble pair, which these are the siblings. And I lost my black female, so the male is up here for now with some other grow-outs. These are not my fish. They were from the pet store. These are a blue Pinoy cross with a zebra is what the guy was working. I think these are a couple generations in now. It's one of the pet store guys, so he's a local breeder too. So then there's also some longfin super reds and calicos, and both of these 220 highs. This is my paramecium culture now. Not intentional, but that's what it is. So it's going to stay like that until I no longer need it, which I don't know when that'll ever be. But this was my whiptail tank, and the whiptails get pissed at those shrimp, so they kept kicking everything up, and this is what it turned into. And this is my marble pair with their culture of what's it called, cyano, because you gotta have cyano. And hey Mike, that's their batch right now. I need to figure out where I'm gonna put them, because these guys eat their babies, so they don't get to keep them. And all these tanks just got a fresh water change too. And these are the smudge spot clowns that I got from Bentley Pasco's. Oh, hey Holly, welcome in. They've laid a few batches. They raised the first batch really good, and then since then they really haven't raised them very well. Hey Stubbs. Now, this was the Black Angel tank. This is where the Radnocentrus are going to come to. Hopefully sometime this week I'll get them in here. I gotta tie their new mops. So I created some new floats. And this is the 3D printer corner. And that's my next revision of a breeder box. Right now it's printing the rails and the uplift and the kind of like the airstone portion of the uplift. It's the outer shell. And we're on camera. And this is a ram tank. These two spawned for me recently, but I didn't get the other ones out in time, so they all the babies got eaten. And in this one, we've got a couple more rams and some stir-by. These ones are from L40 fish. Actually looking pretty good. I didn't get the chance to water change this row yet, so I got to do that. And we got our last black ram. This one murdered the other ones, because there can be only one, of course. And this is a tank of for sure females, as well as the stir-by from Foxy and Peplin. So they eye something place. Hey, any fish. But these guys still haven't spawned for me yet. Hopefully soon. Then I've been putting the rocks from Fish Nerd around finally. And these are my orange Venezuelans. I really should have water changed them because they probably would have dropped again tonight. Alright, then we got our Schultzite blacks, as well as 2 gold lasers because they needed a place to go. Now that one of the other 10s is empty, they're going to go over there. If not the Rams. Freelance. No, ski. Alright, and then here we have the Vulcans. They're probably pissed off and saying, why aren't you feeding me yet? It's time to eat. Because we are a little bit past our normal eating time. And we got the fireballs. You guys are pretty active. Come on. This is not. I want to zoom out. There we go. Yeah, I've got 7 Vulcans still. I thought that I'd lost one, but when I moved the tanks, I finally found them. And then this one is the C-123 Yellow Rio Nannies. There's only 4 left in here. I think I ordered 6 originally. So far, nothing out of them. I've had them for probably like 2 years now. I know they're mature enough. I just don't think I'm seeing them lay them when they lay. I've also got those little, whatchamacallit snails in here. I forget what they're called. But it's hard to, at a glance, you see the snails and they look like eggs. This one is my false bandits. I really want these guys to spawn. I like these guys. Alright, and this one we got the little smudge spots. Yeah, no, what's his name? Bob, I don't think had any luck with him either. Dee Dee does, but yeah, I think she's the only one that I know of that has luck with him. But these are the smudge spots from Foxy and Peplin. Here I have the Reynolds eye. I lost a couple of them recently. But I do see the other ones come out front when I feed. And they're all hiding in the thick of it right now. And this one we have, what do we have? This is the Adolfois. Hiding in there somewhere, damn it. There's. And occasionally they'll dance. And that's all that they do is dance. And then we got my pandas. And they have not spawned for me since I moved them into this room. Thanks, Stubbs. Don't know why, but they're just not liking their new digs. And these are pygmy quarries, and I haven't noticed any fry on them yet. Usually I can call any breed them okay. And there's a group of them hiding in the moss. These ones are like super shy compared to the last batch I had though. I'll have to get a bigger fish in here to eradicate the scuds. Pull the moss and let the goldfish chew on it for a bit. And down here we have long fin and short fin Paleatus, as well as my I don't know, that's gotta be like 2 months old culture or something like that. I really need to plant that. And here we got bronze cories. Probably hiding underneath the mop. Hey, Christine. 85. Not intentionally, that's just what it ends up being at. Alright, I hit the glass quick on this one. These are albino cories. These are the not Julie's, the Trilineatus. All the way in the back underneath the filter usually. And then these are the green or emerald greens from L40 Fish. But yeah, typically the room, just with the heat, like I have the register shut off, but with the natural heat flow, it ends up being usually around 85 in here. I'm gonna have to unplug for a bit. Alright, so here we have two female rams and one male. I'm pretty sure he's already picked his girlfriend. Alright, you can focus here. There we go. And here we have more Agazizii Flame Red Pistos. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. He might and not even do it on purpose. Here we have another male and female ram. Because I will spawn rams again, damn it. I am determined. And then this is my clown killies. Where are we at here? Where are they? There we are. Two of the adults. And then I don't know where they're at. But there's usually a few smaller ones swimming around the top here. Oop, there's one of them. They're not very shy. There's one of the females. Then we got my coolies, of which I need to get in here and re-rock this tank. They've been showing some spawning behavior. It's been a little while since they did, but. And here we have a downsized version of whatchamacallit's box. This has got more baby orange Venezuelans in it. This is a Lowell's box, or Lowell's, but it was downsized, and that's a normal size. And in here we got some Miller eyes. One of my orange Venezuelans that escaped his box, and a couple more Miller eyes with a Mickey Mouse female. And they totally ignore her. And then that wag there. Some red wags. Some bumblebees. The main Mickey Mouses. Then we got mom and dad. The Episto Flame Red whatever's. Where's he at? There she is. There he is. That's Pappy. He's afraid of her, because she can be a little evil. Let's see if I can zoom back out. Can I? No. Yeah, there we go. Oop, too far. Alright, here we have the white clouds. God damn it. I forgot their damn name. Golden white clouds. There we go. And here we have the longfin cherry barbs from Foxy and Peplin. Here we have some rosy barbs. And I just seen them last night. Let's see if we can see them or not. Alright. See those little silver dots? Those are all baby rosy barbs. So they had a successful spawn, I'd say, because they're kind of scattered all over the place. I just dumped some infusoria in here tonight. So they should do good. As long as the shrimp don't eat them on me, because they're evil bastards. Alright, down here we got some more white clouds. Here is the last cherry barb tank. I have not seen any fry in here yet. Oop, maybe that's one right there. I think it is. Yep. So here's a longfin cherry barb fry. That's cool. And then right here we have golden white cloud fry kicking around. Where did he go? I know he's there. There he is. Super shiny dot in the middle. And here we got CPDs. Most of them are from Foxy and Peplin. Some of these are my babies, though, that I hatched out now. And then in here we have peacock gudgeons. I haven't gotten them to do anything just yet. This bottom row runs cold, so I might need to move them higher. Because the top tanks will be like 81, 80. And these bottom ones will be in around 74 to 72, depending. Because the house is a little drafty, even after fixing everything up. Because I got that exhaust vent in here. Alright, then we got all my mess. Because I still got to get us all gathered up with my my duckweed farm. So this is my filterless bowl that I used to spawn clown killies in. This is some whatchamacallit clover. I tried moving some and didn't take to the other tank, so I'm going to try to save it in here, hopefully. But underneath this duckweed, there is Rotala indica, and a lot of it. I really need to let me just toss that. Get in here and start harvesting some and move around to other tanks before I let it kill itself out. But this is a dirted bowl. Let's go ahead and toss this up somewhere. Where are we gonna go? Well, let's go in clown. Nope, we'll go on these guys. And I'm sure that dirt will probably bloom me. Yeah, duckweed's fine. It serves a purpose. I don't run lids. And then I can send it to people. Skull. Alright, here we got nothing. It was an attempt at CPDs, but I ended up not getting any. But what I had them out of the main tank, they were hatching over there, so that worked out. It is going to be pea puffers. Currently, the pea puffers are in this tank. So the pea puffers are going to go from here to there. They'll be in here for a couple weeks, then they'll come into this one. Currently, all that's in these is scuds and maybe a couple of shrimp. And this is a scud culture with infusoria and whatever other microorganisms. I know there's some cyclops and stuff like that. And then this was crayfish. They died when I moved them. Then it became a paramecium culture. Now it's like a really dark paramecium culture. It's still in there, and there's still cyclops and all kinds of worms and weird stuffs. And here's my painted turtle. I added a new stump and filtered water up again. And these are black mollies from Brandon. My last longfin lemon blue eye. She needs to go over by the other blue eyes. And then my last adult super red. That's pretty well it. I suppose we didn't do the 125 yet, did we? I will plug in. And this is my favorite tank to watch. All the other tanks are purpose tanks. Either holding tank. Yes, yeah. This tank is a pleasure tank. Alright, I don't know if that got me out or not, but this tank is a pleasure tank. Those are peacocks of currently unknowns. We got gold severum. Came with hole in the head. It's pretty well healed up now. And next to him is that is the red shoulder. Nope, that's the turquoise. So he's a turquoise severum. Another turquoise. And that's the red shoulder. And Foxy and Peplin, if you're still out there, that's my baby that survived the angel tank. The zebra obliquidin. And I've also got my red-tailed sharks in here. The polar blues. These are the mini Ranger plecos from Dan's when they were still sold as minis. And I got the rope fish. There's two of those guys still hanging out in here. Those came from Foxy also. There's spotted Pictus cat right there. There's still two of those guys. And there are... Oh, I gotta zoom out again. These are all my angel babies. The swordtails are from Ron from Garage Aquatics. Then there's still some L273s, Bs, or I think one's a B and one's a regular, and then there's a 236. 236 is from Stephanie. The B is from Dan, and the 173 is from Stephanie, also from her friend. With my tank crashes that I had back then, that's all I ended up surviving them. Which is frustrating, but yeah, part of it. So, is what it is. But this tank is just... Oop, that's too much. There we go. Yeah. This is just my favorite tank to watch. For sure. The koi are fun too, don't get me wrong. Because, it's just a polar blue. They are a pike. That's all that I know, Steve. The species of pike is undetermined. I should probably see if I can't get you guys on a tripod. Hey, Gabriel. All right. Yeah, this is a 125. It's a 6-footer. I don't think so. Like northern pikes are not. But the South American pikes, I believe, those are all. Thanks for stopping by, Christine. I need to start feeding fish, so I'm going to set you guys up here for a bit. But I'm going to have a smoke break first. I'm going to lower you if I can. I don't like the angle. So let's see if I can't get you set up better. Oh, come on. That's the direction. All right. There, that's a better angle. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that I really don't want to ever move a tank like this again. Hey, Mike. This one sucked to get in place, especially since it's inside. And then when I built it so there's only like a 1/4 inch of wiggle room on each side, unfortunately. So you had to go square. And me and my wife put it in place, so it was a little rough. But I think when I do get to 500 subs finally, I'm gonna probably give away one of my 3D prints. One of the ones that I designed myself, though, because I don't know. I don't want to get into all the intricate laws that come with giving away other people's designs. I'm gonna fire up the tablet so I can see what you guys are saying too. Here's me. See, I didn't see community moderation on my computer. Yeah, I don't know about that, Steven. I'm pretty sure most everybody that comes here on a regular basis is subbed. Yeah, I don't think I need anything past 500 though. Hey, Stitch Art. I don't know you. I'll toss you a sub though. See what you got going on a little later. Sleeper's Hobby. Is that Sleeper's Barbecue? Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. So, let me finish smoking and all. I'm working on some prototypes right now, so I'm not ready to do it, but as soon as I do, I'll give away one of my design of breeder boxes. It takes me about 3 days to print one. All the components take 1 day, like 24 hours. And then the box itself takes like 2.5 days about. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. So when I finally do my center rack, I should still be able to record that tank fairly decently on an angle like that or from the other side. So I can live with that. So now all I got to do is work on getting that 1,500 watch hours or whatever. That way Henry can be my member. That's okay. Have a good night, Stubbs. Thanks for stopping by, man. I have been working on using, what's it called? Streamlabs, I think it is, with Lumi. She's been giving me help with it a little bit. I think I'm going to need to upgrade my computer to be able to do it well. And then it's still going to be semi-limited because of my internet. But I will give a go at hosting people. I appreciate it, Lumi. The one on the left is a, I don't know. It's a variegated, what was that? Like a, I can't remember. It was from Keith. There's a few different plants that I planted in that stump. And then, I planted them in that stump and then lost most of them. That's the big one's one that survived. And then there's some little ones growing around it, as well as some Rekia that's growing on that stump, of which I'll show you in a minute, Stephen P. I'll get you a close-up of that, because it looks really cool growing on a stump. But they were arrowhead of some sort. I just don't remember what strain they were, because I ended up getting pike and another one, and then was it black something or other, and I don't think that's the black one. And then on the right side, that's variegated pothos. And it's growing inside the water because it's dumb, but whatever. It's still alive, so it's okay. Hey, Darren. I've tried lifting it out. I need to cut some more Lexon to put across it and then put it on top of the Lexon. Not super variegated, but a little bit. It's got some white markings inside the leaves. And then the other one's got like reddish black markings inside the leaves. And I'm actually really surprised that it's doing okay. The lilies that I brought in were doing good all the way up until I had to crank the temp up for some, hey Daniel. I had to crank up the temp for some ick. Yeah. Not that one. I still need to get my CO2 brought in here. I want to throw it on this tank and see what it'll do. Because there's a good bio load in there. Oh, a fairly decent bio load at least. Those plecos make a lot of poo. Sweet, Darren. Yeah, I got a 90 that's a wood grain too. Um, that came from Fish Nerd. This one came from one of my customers in the Minocqua area. Um, she used to have goldfish that she'd spawn out in her pond, and she'd bring them in, put them in the 125, raise them up, and sell them. And then what was it? She stopped doing that, and she just kept her baby or a couple of her babies, and the last one she had for 20 years in that 125, and it finally passed. So she gave me the 125, but I had to take her plecos with. So I've got one of her plecos in 75. He's a big boy, but he's too destructive to put in there right now. Everything's got to get more established first. All right, Steven, you ready? I'll get you a close up here. All right. All right. So this is that arrow plant, and it might have been the black whatever, but it's not getting sunlight anymore, so that might be why it looks like this. And then that's the pothos. The white doesn't really show up very well, and it's growing up on the light, so it's getting too hot and cooking itself because it's dumb. I really want to put a different plant in that stump though. It's a really good stump. Damn it, you got too much reflection. There we go. But it's hollow, so it grows plants really well. And I had these out in the pond for a while. But here's that Rikia. Gotta keep that out of the water. It attached itself to the stump, and that's a native moss that didn't like the heat. And then there's this little guy. I think that's a rebirth of something I got from Keith as well, but I ordered so many plants from him last spring, I don't remember what was what. But it's looking good in here. I'm sure it's not the color it's supposed to be. And one of the tiger lotuses. The other one that's down here, I don't think it's doing as good. I think it's not getting enough light because of the stump. Alright, get you guys back on the stump, or on the, whatchamacallit here, so I can feed the fish. So if you guys find a nice stump, these ones I got from one of the reptile shows, and they were like really reasonable compared to what we would get at our fish shows. I think I spent like maybe $100 on wood that day, and I got like a trunk full of wood. Some of it was Mapani, and then some of it was this unknown. But I soaked it for like a year in the pond and let it freeze, and then had it in the pond for the following summer with fish in it. But it went through a whole freeze cycle, and some of it still floated. That was a little frustrating. And hopefully I get fire barbs, emerald barbs, and the Odessa barbs this year, or this spawn. That will be a first for me if I do. I thought I had one last time, but it ended up being a black ruby barb that relocated himself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these stumps are softwood. I'm pretty confident of that. I think that they're just leached out enough that they're not dangerous anymore. I would prefer probably popple, but popple would really deteriorate more. I mean, if it was going to be a softwood, that is. Otherwise, I'd way prefer oak over anything. Even over Mapani. I really don't like Mapani very much. That was a lot. And I did feed I just pulled all the adults tonight. So I fed all the tanks infusoria right away to get a decent colony going. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure all my hillstream loaches are eating my rainbow fish eggs. Which I guess if it makes baby hillstreams, I'm okay with that, but I really got to breed these neon red pseudomagills soon, because they don't live super long. And they don't spawn super well. It's like onesie twosies. The fire barbs are they look kind of like my gold barbs. They got a long slender body, and then they've got the vertical striping on them, and then they've got a it's almost like a rosy barb type red that they turn on and off. So they don't always look good. It's kind of like a rainbow fish. They get a little fugly sometimes. What's the matter, Pepplin? You know I'm not wrong. Oh, I didn't see Jake's joke. Yeah. Nice, Jake. Moving all the fish around, I need to remember who's got adults in it and who doesn't, because I don't want to be overfeeding the fry and killing them. Some of the rosy burbs are free swimming already. They're not just stuck to the glass. I really need to get some more tanks set up. I think I'm going to throw 55 underneath the workbench for fry grow out. Because I really want to get those black ruby barbs in a bigger tank. Are you still at 30? Why do you have so many mascara barbs there, Henry? Those guys get a little bit big for me, though. At least I think they do. Knock shit over. I was really hoping to get these other two wrecks water changed tonight, but I'll have to wait till tomorrow. I can do the 4010s in just a couple hours. That's a 75% water change, or 90, 75 to 90. Because usually I forget I'm draining it, and then I drain it down to like an inch of water. You go, oh no! Somebody's live streaming and distracts me. I really need to tie some mops too, so I can get those rainbows breeding again. I don't have enough survivors to sell any this spring. It's frustrating. Really hoping with the new fish room that things work out better on that front. So far they have been. Even with ridiculously long overtime days that I've been having, I still realistically haven't had the amount of loss I was expecting. I also really need to pick up some envelopes because I need to ship out some stickers that were asked for a couple weeks ago, and I still haven't got the damn envelopes yet. is time. Hopefully this weekend. I think this actually might be, or I think last weekend might be my last weekend that I work for like a whole month. That'd be weird. I'm not gonna know what to do with myself if I get in trouble or something. Yeah, I know. Jim's Fish messaged me for stickers a few weeks ago, and I've been too distracted with other stuff. Need to pull my shabunkins again and plop them in a tank. I don't know if I'm going to do the Blackmores this year, if I'm going to wait a year. I think I might wait a year, let last year's finish growing out. But here is something that I made for tying mops. See if they float. Yeah, they float. Alright, I'll come around the other side, otherwise I won't be able to see what the hell I'm showing you. Alright. There we go. These little floating figure eights. When I was spawning the rads, what I was noticing is I had some really tight short pieces up at the top. And just send me your address, Henry, and I'll get you one. They were just little short spikes sticking out, and all the eggs were basically crammed up in between the short one and the long one. They didn't utilize any of the rest of the mop. So I'm going to try to get a really tight bunching up inside of here, and hopefully they'll start utilizing it and not getting to the eggs and eating them. No, I didn't finish the egg scrapers. So I came really close to finishing it, but when I was using them, I didn't like the performance. Because if you're not careful, you squish the eggs. So that kind of defeats the whole purpose. And the same happens with the other guy's design too. They do really work really well for harvesting snails off the glass though. Henry spring for me is usually sometimes I get lucky and it's very late May, but otherwise June is the safest month for me to start doing stuff as far as receiving goes. Yeah, well, July too, yeah. But usually I can start receiving fish in May, June. Hey, Sarah. That's okay. It wasn't a planned live. But they all got me to 500 tonight. So at some point in time here, we're going to do a little giveaway of some of my 3D printed stuff. Maybe some Pisto Caves. Reader box. Yeah. It'll be good. But I did do like a complete tank walkthrough at the beginning of the stream, Sarah. I think it was like might have took me an hour. It took a while. But yeah, anybody that wants stickers, just email me your address. I'm going to pick up a big fat envelope or a stack of envelopes and then start shipping them out. And yeah, once I run out of those, I'll probably come up with a different design. I hope to have enough to send this summer. I know Amiso wants some angels, but I lost that big batch of them that I had, so now I gotta try to get more going, and I don't have any blacks to spawn anymore, which really sucks. I might have to spawn him with the marble female, because they do have black genes in them too. I show you. This kind of sticker. And of course, I don't want to focus very well. There we go. How's it going, Ever Hopeful? So when are you switching back over to Mrs. Plummer's tub? I'm seeing that name in chat. Or should we work on Mrs. Plummer's pond? Thank you. It's taking a long time to get here because I really don't put in enough effort, I suppose. You know, effort in, effort out. That's good. I agree. Still gonna miss a name though. Maybe I'll talk David into changing his channel name to Forever L40 Fish. I'm sure he'll appreciate the sentiment at least. That's good. Are you guys starting the pond feature this summer if he gets it all cleared out then? I know he was hoping to do it last summer, but then he got hurt, so. It was Mrs. Plummer's tub. She used to frequent LRB stream, and so did Fishy Plummer. And so I put the two and two together and figured that Mrs. Plummer's tub was Fishy Plummer's wife. And she was not. Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while now. Good night, Jake. And Katie. It looks like you're still up as well. I think I'm gonna push for maybe another 30 and then call her. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to get really bad on Thursday. I think we're supposed to be near 40 below also. And I think that there's some parts over by Montana and stuff that are supposed to hit like 60 below without wind chill. Hey, Jesse. Nathan. There you are. I see ya. Yeah, you don't want to hurry, man. When you hurry, things go sideways. Yeah. I've actually been doing pretty good this year since we got like half the house re-insulated now. Um, it's really noticeable, comfort-wise and on the bill too. So that's extremely useful. Now, at some point in time, we need to get some more regional cookouts going. Like one down near Florida with a collecting trip. And maybe one down in Texas with a collecting trip. And I need one somewhere on the East Coast there because I want to get some redfin pike at some point. Yeah, I want to go to Florida. I gotta get a lot of stuff caught up here first, though, because it's eating a lot of money. Getting there. Once I get caught up, then I gotta start more projects. Because I gotta start the kitchen relocation, remodel. I still gotta put drywall on the bathroom walls, hallway walls. Been busting my butt to pay everything off. That way I can start the next round. I appreciate everybody stopping by too. That's okay. There's been quite a few coming in and out. I don't think I was going to show anything else. I think that was pretty much it. Get relocated here. Starting in March, I'm gonna play around a little bit more with that streaming program and give it some actual tries. So far I've only done it on private, and I gotta figure out how how to turn on the other person's microphone, because we can hear each other, but it doesn't record in the stream for some reason. Hey, Debs. Good night, Sarah. Jose. All kinds of people sneaking in that I didn't see. Appreciate it, thank you. What's Lumi not helping you with? All right. Have a good night, Sarah. Oh, you might need some help with streaming. With like a hosting program. Yeah, I get distracted easy. And I lose time really bad. I know, they're really personable too. There was 4 of them and they killed one of them. I think the other one was another male. So I think the big guy's a male. I think the other 2 are female. And the other one was, I think, a runty male. And they were fine at first. Then he was on a different side of the tank, and then he was dead. It wasn't even any signs of fighting. So far, everybody in here, I really like the way that they interact with each other for the most part. They get a little nippy when somebody gets added, but then once they're in there for a while, everybody just kind of does their thing. And I mean, sometimes somebody says, "This is my space, get away." But aside from that, they do pretty good. Even the red-tailed sharks, they have their little squabbles, but it's not too bad. Hey, Shirley. I do want to get a couple more silver dollars, like at least one. He throws out or sets off the group pretty good. And I was considering moving the Bolivians in here. I'm not sure how they'd behave with the polar blues. I think they might get disgruntled at each other. That's good, ever hopeful. I know, yeah, I know he might pep one. He was just a survivor that, since he survived the angel tank, figured he had the right to stay. And so far, he's been getting along okay. When he was in with the Oscars, he was kind of a jerk. And he still has his moments here, but... Hey, June. Well, yeah, I noticed that David hasn't been around as much. I'm assuming that he's just working a whole lot. Meow. Yeah, it does that sometimes, surely. Yeah, I think most wives can be. It happens sometimes. So, what are you having problems with on the Angels, Nathan? Like keeping them alive or aggression? No, there's 6 of those in there. um, Usually one of them sitting in a cave down over there. I ordered 6 for a breeding group because they were supposed to be minis. They're not minis. However, they are kind of staying this size. So if they stay that size, I'm okay with that. If they end up being 18 inches, I'm going to be eating Blecko, apparently. It kind of sucks because they're pretty fish. It's just, yeah, that's too big. I'll have to get them to Jeremy or something. Really? That's kind of a big mix-up. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever get that hungry. I'm pretty picky about my fish. Thanks for stopping by, ever hopeful. It's good to see you. Lots of food, lots and lots of food. A small space too. Um, if you can do a breeder box, that'd be best, or like a jar even. No, I'm still looking for some. I've been trying to get them. Um, every time AAA Angels has one, or Angels Plus, he he's expensive as hell. So he's usually somewhere between 300 and 600 for a pair, and that's if they're adults at least. Um, his juveniles he sells a lot cheaper than that, but not yet. I didn't ever hopeful. But yeah, I do plan on getting some. Um, supposedly he's the originator of the Red Devil. That's his claim at least. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. There, if it's the right fish, I'd probably do it. But it's really got to be the right fish. Yeah, I'm sure it is there, I see. Especially down in the Florida area. Those turquoise Severums color up, they're really pretty. It's probably going to be a year or two yet there, Nathan. Um, I really got to finish the house remodel before I do any kind of major trips. And I have a long way to go on the house remodel. Yeah, I'll get them to do it at some point in time. They're ever hopeful. How long are you coming up for, Henry? Well, there's something down that says out squirting around. Hey, Alex. Finally hit 500. I keep them at room temp. So it depends, except for this tank. This tank runs hotter. So this end of the tank is 75. That end of the tank is 85. Yeah. One day, Stephen, probably. But that'd be only if I have it like a substantial fish business. Because otherwise, I mean, what purpose does it serve? Because you can't spawn fish fast enough to be that kind of a seller. Oh, that'll be cool, Henry. Maybe we can get out fishing. Yeah. It takes time. Good night, Mike. Um, time, money, and you never have both at the same time. I do have an extra canoe when you come up, Henry, and some extra rods if you need. Yeah. Are you gonna do the waterfall tour? I might be able to get you a map for that. The waterfalls of northern Wisconsin and the UP. Right, Jorge? Actually, really surprised there's still that many people tooling around out here tonight. So, I don't know about nice, but there's a lot of waterfalls with like walking access and stuff like that. Just everybody has a different opinion on what they enjoy to do, so. But you're going fish with me at least once. Maybe we'll have to burn some vacation time that week. Because the only week that I know of for sure that I'm taking off is our anniversary week. And that's at the end of August. Yeah, are you taking all your fish out there? Speaking of, when are you doing your next pond there, Peplin? And all the late arrivers, I did do a tank by tank tour and showed off some of the new fry and that kind of stuff too if you want to see the beginning. Last tank I showed was the 125, so that's where we're at, and that's the best looking tank anyway. That'd be nice. I'd love to have that kind of vacation time. Eventually I will. I think I got a couple more years to go to hit my 4th week. One of the places I worked at, you basically got one week a year. And my last year there, I had 6 weeks of vacation. It was sweet. When I spaced it out just right, I could take the whole month off of August, and then a good chunk of June, a good chunk of July. So are you out working tonight, Mexicali? Or are you getting ready to go to work? Hello to the rest that joined. I don't know how you guys do that swing shift stuff. That's just, I can do 3rd shift, and I can do 2nd shift, and I don't like doing 1st shift, but I do that now. But like when I was a boiler operator, I used to work 12 to 16-hour days, and I do Saturday day, Sunday night, Monday night. And I could swing that, but I was a lot younger. I'd really struggle with it now. Henry, are you taking a smaller plane back over to Wisconsin, or are you going to drive over? So I think, didn't Eduardo fly right into Mo's knee there? Well, it depends on the age of the family there, ever hopeful. Like for me and Jill, she used to work first shift, and I would work either second or third. And it made it so we didn't have to have a sitter or daycare or anything. So we got to raise our own kids. Occasionally we would have to have some family watch them, but yeah. Let's get after that there, Peplin. So what are you going to put in that pond there, Peplin? I do have a couple of koi that I can hold on to for a bit longer, but pretty soon they're going to get too big. I don't want to stunt them or nothing, so I could probably handle them for another 2 years, maybe. Yeah, I don't have any butterflies left. These guys are pretty though. One of them's got the mirror scale on them, and the other one's just got a really cool orange marking on his head. I do love the butterflies, though, the way they flow. That's why I want to get into breeding the lungfin bumpkins, because those I can handle inside. They don't get too big for me. At some point in time, I need to figure out how to get some of Stubbs down here, because I'd like to work with his lines. I'll figure it out eventually, but not quite yet. Nice. Well, if you get into shabunkins, let me know, because I'd like to get some decent shabunkins. If I can get some from people I know, I'd prefer that. I don't think I am. I think it's just going to be Eplin. I'm going to spend more time there this year, though. That way I'm available to help. Show. I'll have to. Have you got any pictures of them? Of the parents? Yeah, it's gonna be Peplin's barbecue. Yeah. That's why I got the whiptails. I like sturgeon, but they get way too big. Well, what did you anchor them into, Nathan? Yeah. Well, the anchors can hold 300 pounds. The drywall can't. If you get it into the studs, they can. Darky angels. It's too bad his pectorals never grew back. So use caution on that there, Nathan, because you're doing it the way you think you are. Might not be good. Yeah, I'm printing up the rails and the upflow for my next version of the breeder box that I made. I gotta come around that side. All right. This just finished today. Oops, upside down. But I haven't tested it yet. You get the rest of the parts to finish. And those are now at, I think it's going to take like 24 hours to print all of them. I'm stuck on a leg. This is where that print's at right now for doing the legs and the upflow. And we are still at, oh yeah, like 11% or something like that. Well, if you look how close I slammed everything together, though, I mean, realistically, if you put them that close together and you do a skirt, they're all going to be connected like that anyway. And if I do it right, which I haven't been, but when I start doing some of the gray colored ones, I'm going to start saving the raft. I think I threw them all away already. But I'll save the raft and I'll cut it up and make little breeding discs out of it for spawning. But it keeps everything put, so I mean, every other print was like letting go for whatever reason. When it lets go, then you have to start over. And you gotta start over, you're wasting a bunch of plastic. Might as well just do the raft to start with and have less waste. Yeah, that's too much work. I'm going to save some of it, but I'm not saving all of it. I was looking into the recycling stuff, and it costs more to recycle than it does to buy it. So that doesn't make sense for me at this point, at least. No, I have plenty. I've got a 5-gallon bucket full of scraps still. Yeah. I had a dwarf lion for a while. I miss him. I suppose I could do that. Maybe I can do make a mold and melt them into it. Are you going to be selling more fish on that auction this summer, Nathan? Or have you got a rapport with a local store yet? Yeah. All right. You have enough. Good night, Gabriel. Got a little bit longer for me. Try to get that 2-hour mark at least. Yeah. Dan's doing an auction? Thanks for stopping by, Cheryl. You have a good night. I got probably another 5 or so minutes yet. I don't want to be up until 2 in the morning again. I can start getting a little better sleep. I don't know. It looked like Nathan was saying Dan was doing an auction. But otherwise, as far as I know, Jeff's doing an auction. I don't think Skipper's doing an auction this summer. At least that's how it sounded anyway. Good night, Jose. I do that to myself way too often too. But I believe Jeff Pelham's doing auctions. I don't think Skipper is. I didn't know about Dan, so if Dan is, that's all coming from Henry or from Nathan. Okay, I got you there. Thanks for stopping in, Louie. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna be in bed by midnight, but this is already after that, I believe. Yeah, a little bit after. Not so bad. That's not normally me. Lately, that's the only time I've had to go, though, so that's when I've been popping up. No, I'm up in northern Wisconsin. Peplin's still like an hour south of me. Then, not a problem, Holly. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I know. That's because I wanted to get it out. It had been too long. Hey, Craig. Katie and Jake from Hagen Hill Designs are about an hour west of me. And I've been finding more people in Wisconsin lately. Hopefully we can get a few new faces into the cookout this summer. And some familiar ones. And Cheese Creek Country, yeah, that's for sure. He is about 4 hours south of me. Maybe 5. Somewhere between 4 and 5 hours south of me. Actually, no, he's further south than that. He's down by, yeah, he's at least 5 hours south of me. So I think he's right on the border of Illinois and Wisconsin. And Illinois is probably about 5 hours with good traffic. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 hours from up here. I think it's getting quicker with the increased speed limit, but when I was a kid, my parents were divorced and they lived at opposite ends of the state. And it was a 8-hour drive to get from Bayfield County down to the Milwaukee area. And Tomahawk was about halfway, which is where I'm at now. Yeah. I hope we can work something out with them there, Nathan. It'll be good for you. Peplin, have you ever heard anything else about the closing of Get Gills. I am, I think, 3 hours north of Iowa. My dad goes there every year. Or it used to be. It's gotta be like, yeah, probably like 2.5 hours from me then. Okay. I probably bought something from him. The stuff there is, yeah, it's freaking expensive as hell. That's for damn sure. But I always eat at least one sandwich while I'm there. Normally we only go for one day. Should probably chat with him about that and find out if he needs me to go down with him again or not. He's pretty well done with his main car, so he doesn't go as much now, but they closed Get Gills down this spring, Henry. So I was wondering if he's gonna sell it or if he's just crashing it altogether. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I haven't even been able to find anything on Vivi, because supposedly that was for sale. And then, yeah, it's nothing. We have quite a few ritzy, wealthy people in the northern part of Wisconsin and their vacation homes. Nice. I haven't gotten a tattoo in a lot of years. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna start getting ready for bed and get all the lights turned out. I appreciate everybody stopping in. And again, if you want to see all the tanks one by one and the babies, hit up the beginning of the stream. Okay. don't know if it was a whole hour, but it was quite a bit of it. Not tonight there. I'm gonna have to do that on the computer, so that way I can use the wheel thing. And I still gotta print it and make sure it's functional. Soon though. Soon. Alright. Everybody be good. And I'll figure out how to shut this thing off again. Thank you, everybody. Not a problem. You guys get some rest. Or go to work. I don't know what part of the country you're at. For this one. Appreciate it, thank you.